Hi there. I'd like to talk with you a little bit about how to use your calendar on your iPad as an educational tool. In the top left-hand corner, you will see a calendar icon on your iPad. If you open that up, you'll see a calendar view. Notice at the top there are a number of different ways you can view your calendar. You can view it by day, by week, by month, or by year. Personally, I prefer the month view. That's so I can see what's headed my way, but it's not too overwhelming. At the bottom, where it says calendars, if I hold my finger on calendars, you can see I have a number of different calendars that I have shared with myself from my email accounts. If I were to have all of those highlighted, I would see all of the events that I have going on at work and at home with my family. You guys will not have that. You will just have your main calendar. You want to make sure that this check mark is checked so that when you add an event to that calendar, it actually shows up on your iPad when you click the icon for calendar. If I wanted to add an event to my calendar, you'll notice that the date you are currently in is always going to have a dot around the date. That just signifies what day you are on, in case you forgot what date it is. If I wanted to add an event to that date, the easiest way to do it is to go up to the top right-hand corner of my screen and click on the plus sign. A menu will pop up for me to fill out. I can fill out the title, the location, what time my event is, but I don't usually need to add events to the dates that I'm already in, so I'm going to show you how to do it on a different date that would be in the future. To get out of there, I just click done, the word done. Okay. So let's just say I'm going to scroll, I'm going to make sure, so I am in September now. September 19th is the date. Let's just say that on October 7th, so I need to scroll up to get to October. You'll see the month changed to October in the top left. On Monday, October 7th, I have a test. I want to add that to my calendar so that it pops up whenever I open up this app. So I will hold my finger down on October 7th until new event pops up. Once that's there, I let my finger go, and the menu to fill out the event information will show. So I just simply have to type in biology test. I can add a location if I want. I might do my room number. Let's just pretend it's J210. You see the green dot, that signifies all day. This test will not last all day for me, so I'm going to slide it to the left and turn that button to white. That allows me to hold my finger on the start and decide what time my test will start. I have biology first block, so I'm going to make sure that I know my test starts at 9 a.m. Click done. So now, if I look at October 7th, I can hover, can click on that again, and I can see that I have a biology test in J210 on Monday, October 7th, 2013. If I open up that edit sign again, there's a few more things that I can do with this event. I can repeat it. If I had a test every month on the 7th, I could repeat it by clicking the every month. That's not how my biology class works, so I'm not going to do it that way. I could invite people to my test. I could set an alert. Now, alert might be a powerful thing for a student. You click on alert, and let's just say I want to make a reminder for myself. So I'm going to click 2 days before, and that way an alert will pop up on my iPad 2 days before my test. So it's a last minute reminder that I need to make sure I have done everything that I need to do for my test. Okay, click done, and now I've got my biology test on my calendar. Okay, so this is actually what my calendar looks like on my computer when I'm on the internet and I'm looking at my Google account. So you may not have a Google account yet, but you might soon, and I wanted to show you a few tricks about how to create calendars for your classes and do some color coding. So as before, I have a number of different calendars shared with myself. I'm going to make sure that they are not showing. So I'm going to click on each one until the color that they represent is disappeared. So now all I have is a blank calendar. Now I can create calendars. So if I wanted to create a new biology calendar for that biology test that we just scheduled, I simply give it a name. In the description, I could put the room number, the teacher, I could put the subject matter. I can give a location. Again, this might be your room number, this might be your high school. You can say what country you are in and what time zone you are in so that your times make sense. You can make this calendar public. I'm not going to do that. This calendar is just for me to stay organized. So I'm going to leave it a private calendar. I can also share my calendar with specific people, so you might want to share this with a friend who has the same class. You might also share it with a parent if they want to know what's going on in one of your classes. But if I don't want to do any of that, I just go ahead and click Create Calendar. And on the left-hand side, there you see Biology just popped up. There are no events. There are no events in that biology calendar just yet, so no new events popped up. Also notice that the color that will represent biology is a light blue. I can go to the drop-down arrow to the right of biology, and I can change the color. So I don't have anything in red on my calendar yet, so I'm going to call biology red. I could do the same thing, create a new calendar for all of my classes, and they would all start to pop up over here. Okay, so I have biology, I have English, and I have math. Notice that by default they all were set to different colors. That's great, that's exactly what I wanted. If I wanted to change them, let's say I like the darker blue better, let's say I like the darker green better, I could change the colors if I would like. Now anytime I add an event to my calendar, let's go ahead and make sure we add our biology test. And make sure that I add it to my biology calendar by selecting the drop-down menu and making it on the biology calendar. Click Create Event. Now my biology test is going to show up in red. If I were to have another assignment due that day, let's just say it is a character analysis for my English class, I would put that in my English class, create that event, and it shows up in blue. So you can color code the tasks that you have on each calendar. Okay, now I am back on my iPad, and I'm going to click on my calendar again. And I am going to go down to calendars, and you will see that since I have shared my Gmail account with my iPad, I can see my calendars that I have created. So I've created a biology calendar, I've created an English calendar, and I've created a math calendar. If I make sure that those are all check marked, I can click Done, and then I can see that my events that I created are showing up. I can also edit from here. I can, just like I could before, whoops, cancel. I can hold my finger down on my biology test, and I can click Edit. So again, I can change it. let's say the room number got changed to G105. I can delete it. Let's say my test was canceled. I can delete that event, and now it will not show up. I can also add events and make sure that they're color-coded so that I know what class they're from. So if on October 17th, we have a math project due, we'll say that it's in F107. It's not all day. Starts around the beginning of 4th block. But you see how it's just made itself a part of my general calendar. I want to make sure that it's color-coded by the right color, so I don't want it to actually be pink or red or whatever color this is. So I hold my finger on it, I click Edit, and I want to make sure that instead of just being on my regular calendar, I want to make sure that it's on my math calendar. So now when I click on Done, the math project, the dot that is next to my math project, it is green, just like everything else on my math calendar. I sort of like the way that the look of having all of the highlighting behind it. So I might, if I just wanted to be able to see what day it was, I might highlight it like that, and then it looks green. If I'm not really concerned about what hour or time it is, I could always say that it's all day, and that's how you get that highlighting of the right color behind it. That's another trick if you're trying to just color code your events. For now, I think that's everything you need to know about your calendar. If there's anything else you need to find out, you can ask a teacher, or you could always come down to the Media Center and ask one of your media specialists. Thank you!